concept of this sculpture in one sentence, I will say, La Vie En Rose back to Mary. I chose Degas because it's about dance.
The idea was that the camera was another person in the room that was just observing. The approach was to have a very intimate look at what we were trying to achieve, which was this, were Degas alive today?
Because Degas was the only one artist allowed to go backstage of Opera Pelletier first and Opera Garnier, and I'm interested about his creative process. From the beginning until to the end, I play like kind of the role of Degas.
It was our conceit to have Sylvain, as the artist, be put in positions that Degas, if he were alive today, would be put in.
Degas was a wealthy Parisian. He aligned himself with the Impressionists, and he really was one of them. He helped to organize that first Impressionist exhibition in Paris, but he never felt like an Impressionist. His work differed from theirs enormously, like in every way. He called himself a realist, and he truly was a realist. His subjects were absolutely different. You know, they were urban, they were working class people. It was all about movement, physical movement for him.
When I was in Paris, I began to research some book, and I found the book of Camille Laurent. I began to read about that. Then I discovered the life of Mary and the sculpture too. I thought that maybe it could be nice to have her, and we did the interview in a special place, the Chat Noir, where he was really famous artist in that time. They meet there, and even Mary is going there too.
Donc, le Chat Noir. Donc, c'est un lieu fréquenté à l'époque. Un autre emplacement, mais quand même.
Oui, c'était un autre emplacement, mais c'était même dans le quartier de Montmartre, enfin, du bas de Montmartre. Et c'était le lieu où se retrouvait ce qu'on appelait la bohème, donc la plupart des peintres de l'époque. Et puis les modèles, les écrivains, il y avait les Zola.
On imagine l'ambiance ici, donc les peintres venaient fréquenter l'endroit, puis pouvaient peut-être entre eux parler des modèles qui posent pour leurs œuvres.
Oui, bien sûr. Il y avait aussi donc toutes les danseuses de l'opéra, parce que ça n'était pas loin, donc qui posaient pour certains peintres, dont évidemment Degas. Tout ce monde-là se connaissait, se rencontrait parfois ici. L'opéra de Paris, qui maintenant a une image plutôt austère, c'était pas du tout la même à la fin du 19e siècle. Et les petites filles, comme la petite danseuse, qui venaient de milieux très pauvres, venaient là parce que leur mère, le plus souvent, les obligeait, enfin ça n'était pas du tout une vocation, c'était un travail. D'ailleurs, elle signait un contrat de travail très, très dur, mal payé, mais quand même mieux payé que d'être domestique ou ouvrière dans une usine. C'est pas un hasard si Degas a donné l'âge du modèle dans le titre. C'est pas courant de donner l'âge. Bon, je pense que c'était vraiment pour insister sur le fait que c'était encore des enfants.
It was very controversial, mostly negative response, and people were shocked, horrified. The subject matter also they thought was kind of not appropriate because they came from working class families. And, that was part of society that he used a lot as subjects, including the laundresses and, the dancers. It impacted him very, very strongly. And after the end of that exhibition, he never showed it again. And he never exhibited sculpture again.
Aujourd'hui, ce qu'on va faire, on va faire la première étape avant le spectacle, soit ce que dans cette salle ici, c'est là qu'ils se réchauffent, les ballerines. Comme moi, je me réchauffe pour faire mes dessins. On va aller aussi dans l'histoire. Parce qu'il y avait un peintre qui s'appelait Degas, qui avait la permission de venir ici pour faire ses dessins et ses peintures. Puis toi, tu vas faire mon modèle, comme lui a fait la petite Marie, une petite danseuse, qui a posé pour lui. Mais aujourd'hui, on revient dans le temps. Moi, je suis le peintre, puis toi, tu es la danseuse.
The Opera Gallery was just an amazing place. I tried for months. I tried to contact them to be the next one allowed to go to the backstage and sketch like the guy did in the past.
Je vais faire des dessins, mais très, très vite. Chaque dessin, c'est 1 minute. Je vais en prendre de toutes les positions. Et après ça, comme un sculpteur, c'est qu'il a besoin d'avoir ses esquisses pour quand il revient à l'atelier pour créer sa sculpture. Donc, c'est des aides-mémoires.
Degas was exactly at the same place than I was to sketch the model. And I did 18 sketches around like the guy did in the past.
A lot of art critics and art historians say that that's what Degas himself was in a dance rehearsal or in a dance studio, and he was the observer and created these pieces of art.
I could imagine he sketched different angle, and after in his studio, he made a sculpture. And that's what it's important for me is to show to the people the creative process, not just the final result.
Degas était très intransigeant avec son art, quelqu'un qui ne pensait qu'à la création artistique. Il était très dur avec ses modèles et on peut penser qu'il l'était avec Marie. Qu'est-ce qu'ils se sont dit pendant les séances de pause qui étaient très longues, qui étaient interminables. Bon, alors elle avait l'habitude parce qu'à l'opéra, il y avait des répétitions très dures aussi. Donc, pour elle, c'était presque mieux sans doute de poser pour Degas que de répéter les enchaînements à l'opéra. Moi, j'ai envie de penser que tout en posant, donc en n'étant pas libre, en étant vraiment complètement immobilisée sous le regard de l'artiste, elle garde sa liberté intérieure, une sorte de presque d'insolence dans la posture, le menton un peu relevé, elle regarde, elle a les yeux mi-clos. Elle n'est pas prisonnière, parce que moi, j'ai envie de penser aussi que l'œuvre la libère.
What we could do in New York, if we have a chance to set up not a show, but when they are training, when they are preparing the show, the choreograph.
You mean the preparation, like the choreography before the actual execution?
When they rent a studio and they practice together.
You're thinking about doing this in New York?
From classic ballet, we moved to Balanchine.
We definitely have to collaborate with the best talent that we can get involved in this project because, I mean, it's a great idea. The execution has to be as great as the idea, and I think that for this particular project, the first name that comes to my mind would be Kurt Froman. He does his own choreography. We need to be working with someone that can really translate your vision with my photography.
Again, creative process with a photographer and a choreographer. Then we switch from the classic ballet to the contemporary ballet.
I was visualizing how to translate this idea, this concept into photography. And I think in terms of space, something very unique, very raw. So we're gonna do a lot of pictures today, and Sylvain is gonna be observing us.
Yeah, basically, you have to forget me. I have a project to redo some masterpieces of Degas. Then I say, oh, why not to go to New York to assist to a choreography? And I know it's from classic ballet to neo-classic ballet, but why not? It's like if Degas is still alive today.
I think it's really gorgeous, the way that the shadows and the way the light blasting. So I think we should just very quickly, let's not waste a lot of time. Let's do a shot here. That's beautiful. Just do it, not for the camera.
For me, it was just like a little bird sketching, and Kurt Foreman create a choreography that we're learning about the creative process for choreography, and we're learning Nicolas Maoki. It was interesting to have all this creative process in one room.
It's a very good feeling for me to live that moment. It's amazing with the light, everything is there. For a painter, you know, it's light, subject, and the feeling of the guy, it's amazing. And what in the way I'm sketching really fast, the position. I don't try to make it perfect, just to catch the global position, and later I can work on it better, or choose one of them and maybe ask to them to pose for 5 minutes and to do it my favorite one. But this moment is particularly, and it's really good for an artist to practice live model too.
And when we filmed that, for me to get in the way and say, you do this, you do that, it didn't seem right. So we asked Nikolai, as the photographer of the dancers, to direct the dancers. And to me, it set up a construct that was real. That's how it would have happened if Degas were alive today.
Part of the reason that I wanted to start with the Serenade piece was because that is the closest in timeline to the Degas paintings. I wanted to show ballet at its most classical before it really went in a neoclassical vein, especially before it became very jazzy, very, hip thrust forward or syncopated in some of the rhythms. I wanted to show what it came from to where it went to. What Degas saw was what was in front of him, which is what they were doing in Paris at the time. And what we're doing now is, ballet has changed quite a bit through the past 80 years, since Balanchine came to the United States and kind of transformed the art form. He just improved upon it. He took it in a completely different tangent.
I would like to redo this painting. Then I asked them to take the position. I will sketch it like the guy did in that time. Is if we travel through the time today in New York, redo that painting.
Like in terms of reaching beyond, but in terms of it being
Yeah,
just an
that's-
alsacon, it hasn't changed. If you brush down the canvas of a painting, right, it would go down, it would go up, but there's a certain relationship between the middle finger and the thumb.
Sometimes I ask myself if I'm a painter or a sculptor.
As a final result, it's still the same effect, but it's easier. It's easier for me to work with the dancers at that level, to discuss it, to brief them, let's try to achieve this, than trying to capture it while they do their performance, rightfully so.
But this is a good point, like why I need to work with you to catch this moment, because when I have a live model and I have to pose, I have to sketch like for 3-5 minutes. They cannot stay in the air, or they cannot take a difficult position. Then with the photo, that's good for me because I can do a chunk because of your photo. But live model, like in Degas in this time, you cannot really.
I don't know how.
That's why all the position, if they are really calm, they don't jump because you cannot sketch it. Like today, with the technology and your talent, we can do it.
Yes, I love it. The way I look at it, it's really the true celebration to Degas. We're not photographing just the beautiful dance move. We're photographing the body in a moment of its highest expression. And with the powder that we're using, it's gonna emphasize that movement. Balanchine was about dance and moves and choreography. Degas was about body forms, body language, and movement.
Body language.
The choreography that Kurt prepared was perfect for what Sylvain was trying to reach. Those particular moves gave the perfect combination of the movement, the body movement. I found it very emotional, very engaging. It was great, very powerful. Is he gonna stay?
Yeah. Where we have to look? Here?
Yeah.
Alright. And here, on all the painting I'm doing, I include some metal pieces from Brooklyn, because it's happened in Brooklyn. I like to work with elements, then we can see the time pass through. Like we can see this wall, paint one time, repaint, 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 and now the time always wins. You disagree. The metal begin to be rust. The floor, we have so much trace on the floor. This kind of thing talk to me.
They're like fossils of history.
Exactly. This is fossil.
It's fossils of different eras.
And in my painting, that's why I like to use metal, rust paintings, this kind of fossil. I like to put the texture on the people, because for me, it's like if you take the inside and then you put the hot side, you feel more and more emotion. And this building, it was just talking. when the pianist begin to play on the piano, I become emotional. It affect me because the music was so nice. It was after COVID too. I think the first time then we are many people together. When you play, the movement of my gesture have to be harmonic. It's just one hesitation, something is wrong. Exactly like the ballerina, they know by heart their movement, then after they can put their soul. During this journey, in the beginning I was thinking will be painting. After and after, come in my mind, it was in Venice. I imagine the ballerina, why not to redo the sculpture but in a different way, maybe with a 3D printer. During the journey, I changed my mind because I was thinking it was more powerful and for me something new to build this sculpture.
We're here today in Dubai to be part of the first step of the creative process of Sylvain for his little dancer of Degas.
The project is to redo this sculpture, but in clay first, and after we scan it, and we print with a 3D printer in the pink metal. And the sculpture will be on a small music box and turn with the music Vie En Rose.
The first step, we work on a smaller scale, like this one is about 30 centimeters high. That's because it's easier to play with your creation. You can decide whatever you want, you can play with it, you can destroy it, you can make it over again. So this is the first step. You make it small, and then the idea is to reproduce it on a larger scale.
Process for me was magic because my painting, I'm between a sculptor and a painter. For me to become officially a sculptor, it was like my school. And people, they can watch exactly the same process than I learned with André Brissette. Now I'm doing the nest for the little bird. So then I'm trying to do the shape. And what is nice is the aluminum is flexible, then I can move them easily. Just finished the polish and now ready to go to be scanned.
The sooner the better because we don't want it to dry and crack may appear, so we're bringing it as soon as possible and hopefully they'll scan it this afternoon.
I'm coming to see your company because I have a project. It's about Degas. And Degas did a sculpture like 100 years ago. The concept is if Degas is still to be alive today, which technology, what it's going to do. My concept is this one here. It will be in pink glossy with a music box. You turn and with the music. And with the three birds represent the three sisters.
That's the beauty of technology today, that you don't need to go back to the old methods. So what might take you 30 days, it can take you like less than that right now.
Wow,
And you can create more precision with machine today. We have new generation artists, upcoming budding artists who want to explore different kind of technologies and different kinds of mediums of art mixed together. And we also have our old generation artists who love their old methods but are willing to explore the technology today and what the technology can offer today in terms of precision.
What we are going to do is we are going to put the file in a slicer, cut it into parts, which is going to fit into these machines, and then we'll start printing in simultaneously.
And you can print the 4 parts in the same time?
Yeah, simultaneously we can do it.
And how long it will take to print?
It will take around 13-14 hours.
Couple days, it will be done?
Yeah, after we print it, we'll send it to join it, then put putty, and then we'll paint it.
The last step is to print the sculpture. Now we can use this technology. We have no cast, nothing. We right away print the sculpture. Then the technology is really amazing. The hand touch cannot be replaced, but we don't know with AI what we can do now. Let's see the next. All the journey, then more I'm learning about Degas, the sculpture, with Mary, the story behind. It makes me feel sensitive about Mary. Eight years old, forced to go to the ballet in Paris. For me, it's not the life that a young girl is supposed to have. La Vie En Rose represents the life. Then it's like if I give back to her La Vie En Rose. Birds represent the liberty that she didn't have at this age.
Quand on pense à cette petite Marie-là, qu'est-ce qu'on aimerait se dire aujourd'hui qu'une fois qu'elle a quitté l'Opéra Garnier, qu'elle a un peu disparu, qu'est-ce qu'on aurait pu lui souhaiter?
D'être plus heureuse qu'elle ne l'a été à l'opéra, parce qu'elle ne pouvait pas...
Ouais, elle répond.
Oui, elle répond, oui.
Elle est d'accord avec ce que vous dites.
Oui.
A celebration of Edgar Degas through the eyes and hands of Sylvain Tremblay. Is there someone? I think it's important that people see things and appreciate them, but they also see them and then they can realize a lot of creativity, but a lot of work went into this piece of art.
J'aime la love art, ich liebe die Kunst. O molarte ali blue ist wo, vorrei ishu mashea la sepiarei. O moarte bachebel fan.
Il me parle tout bas, je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose.